Hello, Tanya Nicole, and welcome to your mobility routine, day one. A little introduction about me, a little known fact. I was actually born with one nut. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do my bit, okay? I'm not gonna do my bit. I won't bore you with this. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna use a ball today and a foam roller. So I'm not sure if you have both those things, but you can use any kind of ball, lacrosse ball, golf ball, baseball, softball, any kind of ball. And we're gonna start with a glute smash. So we're gonna roll out our glute. So we're going to work our way around the whole middle area of our glute with the ball. So we're gonna sit on the ball and fold that leg into your other leg here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna slowly work around here, and we're going to floss this folded knee down towards the floor and back up. And we're just breathing here. And with all these, we're going to accumulate about 2 minutes in each position. So we got that leg folded. And we're just taking deep breaths here, and we're working through that tight tissue in there. So what we can do here is when we find that tight area that's very unpleasant, we can contract by squeezing our glutes. Take a deep breath in your stomach. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe and relax your muscle. Let the ball sink deeper into the tissue and relax. So what we want to be doing here, we want to spend enough time in one area where we feel we've made it change, and then we'll keep moving. So we're just searching around for the areas we need it the most. And each time you feel that tight area, contract, squeeze your glute, hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe and relax. This is very personalized. Get that knee going up and down. We're flossing here and breathing. So over the 2 minutes, try to go at least for 5 contractions if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe. Got about 40 seconds left here, so we're just hanging out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe. Great job. We'll get one more contraction, we'll switch sides. Contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. All right, we'll switch sides. So again, this is going to be very personalized, especially as you continue to do it each week. You're really just searching for the areas where you need it most, and those are going to be the most painful areas. And we're just hanging out here. We're sitting with the pain. We're breathing. Deep breaths into the stomach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're flossing our knee up and down. And this might be very unpleasant. It's quite unpleasant for me. Going for about 2 minutes here. Woo! This is fun. Maddie's rolling on your butt techniques. So we're going to get a few more contractions. We got about 30 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of good. Again, just go for 5 as a general number to aim for. We're just looking for those tight areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe, relax the muscle, let it sink deeper. So we're really working through those fascial adhesions here, all those tight tissues in there. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're flossing. Get 10 seconds. One more contraction maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe and relax. Okay, so that is the glute smash. So now we're going to go into a high glute smash. So we're going to get an elevated surface here. We're still going to use the ball. So I just have this chair. So our target area here is the top of the glute. Okay. Working all the way to the side of the hip here, right around the glute min, glute med area. So we're starting the top of the glute and working towards the hip. So we're going to lay down on the floor with our feet elevated. Just like so. We're going to put that ball right in that area. So your feet are elevated. We got the ball underneath. And we're going to do the same thing where we're slowly working towards that hip. And we're breathing here. And we can do the same thing as well, where we get some contractions. So as soon as we feel that tight area, we're going to squeeze our glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe. And we're working out towards that hip. And we can fold our right leg. So if we're on our right side, we can fold our right leg up across our left. And that's going to give us a little bit better angle to get on the side of our hip here. And contract, relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe, deep breaths. So we want deep breaths through the stomach, through the whole thing here. You can tell your body it's okay to be in these positions. And again, we got 2 minutes in each position here. So a few more seconds on this side here. Working all the way over to the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, that contraction is just squeezing that glute. Good job. A few more seconds. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Okay, we'll switch sides. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Our feet are elevated. And we're right on the high glute area of our left side. And we're going to slowly work over towards that left hip. Again, we got deep breaths and we're slowly working that direction. Let's take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can start to fold that leg over the other. So we can get closer to that hip. We're working through those tissues. Deep breath in, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe. We'll get a few more contractions on the side. Working right to that hip area. Contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe, relax, let it sink deeper. Great job. And last time, deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. So we're going to get right into our foam rolling here. So we're going to grab a foam roller. And we're going to roll out our abductors, or the inside of our legs here. So lay the foam roller down. straight ahead, and we're going to open up our hip, starting inside of our hip here, close to our pelvis. And we're going to start here, put all your weight down on that hip, bringing your knee out to around 90 or wherever you can here. And we're just going to slowly start to roll out the inside of the hip. So what we can do here, instead of just going side to side, we're actually going to change the angle with our foot as well. So our foot angle is going to come up and down. Working some internal rotation at the hip here along with it. So we're just slowly going to work towards the knee all the way to the knee and breathe again, deep breaths. We're just hanging out here. So we can really play with the angles here with our foot, with that knee angle, with the hip rotation. And we're finding those tight areas. So again, we'll get about 5 contractions. And how we can contract here, we're going to push our hip towards the floor, towards the roller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe. Relax. We'll shift out. Push towards the floor. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe, relax. We can go a little farther, a little closer to the knee. Might feel some more tightness in here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're playing with that angle. Getting close to the quad there, and then all the way back down, close to the hamstring. We can get a contraction again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe, relax. And again, this is very personalized, so just play around with it. Eventually, when you get sick of listening to me talk in this video and saying the same things, you can do it on your own and go for 2 minutes in each position when you get used to it. And it's very personalized. It's what you feel your body needs. So where you feel that pain, where you feel that tightness, that's where you want to spend time. You want to spend some time there. Contract, relax, work through it, make a change, and then move on. And again, about 2 minutes in each position. So we want to make a change and then come back tomorrow. And then over time, we'll see sustainable changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really good. So we'll switch sides. My mic is hanging out here. Imagine wearing a little mic like this for a comedy set. That'd be weird. Let's go other side. Same thing, starting from the hip. And again, we can play with that angle from the knee. We're getting that internal rotation of the hip. And breathe. Work through those tight areas. Really try to get all your weight down on the foam roller. And breathe here, around 90 degrees with the knee. Good job. We slowly work out from the hip. Get some contractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going all the way. Getting close to that knee here. Might feel some tightness in there. Good job. And contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe, relax. Let it sink deeper. We'll get one more Find a tight area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. We're going to move on from here, and we're going to go to a quad rollout. So we're going to start again at the high hip, and we're going to work down towards the knee. So we're going to lay directly down on the foam roller here. And again, instead of just rolling up and down, we're actually going to work side to side as well. So we can do that by changing the angle of our ankle here. So we're just rotating the hip. I'm going to move that ankle back and forth. So we're going to get the full width of the muscle. And it's going to be the same thing. So we're just slowly working down towards the knee. Again, about 2 minutes here. And you're going to contract and relax whenever you feel that tight area. So we can contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe. Working side to side, playing with all those angles, and we're contract. We find that spot, squeeze the glutes as well. So we're straightening our leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe and relax, and go side to side. Great job. All the way down towards the knee here. We can contract again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, about 5 contractions each position. Finding the area you need it most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. We got about 30 seconds here. You can work all the way down to where that knee inserts there, just above the knee. Go side to side, get that pressure on there. We contract here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe. So we'll get about 10 more seconds. Wherever you see fit, wherever you feel you need it the most. Deep breaths into the stomach. And we'll stop there. Great job. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the exact same thing. Other leg. So we want the middle of the foam roller, or the end of the foam roller rather, to be right in the middle of our hips. That way we can get all the weight on one side. And we're just going to work down that one leg. So we're trying to get all the weight there. And we can work side to side. We have about 2 minutes here. And breathe. Again, we're just working side to side. We're slowly going to work up towards the knee. One side might be more tight than the other. You contract and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know you said your right leg was weaker, so your left leg might be much tighter. And we'll squeeze the glute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same thing. Moving down. Got about a minute left. We'll contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So really just take your time here. Finding those areas you need work. Don't forget to breathe. A few more seconds here, contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. all the way down to the knee, just above the knee. We might have quite a bit of tightness lingering there, and breathe, working through that tissue. That ropey feeling, contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe. Relax. Good. We'll stop there. And we're going to go right into our hamstring stretch next. Oh, here we go. So, going to our hamstring rollout. It's going to be the same thing on our hamstrings. So if you have an elevated surface or a table, a coffee table, that would work great for this as well, because it's hard to get the leverage sometimes with this, but we're going to do the same thing on our hamstrings here, and we're just going to work side to side. So you might notice a little bit harder to get all your weight on there, so we can kind of shimmy ourselves up. Maybe if you have even like a block or something elevated, your hands behind you, to get a little bit more momentum or a little bit more weight rather on the hamstrings. And we're doing the same thing. So we're just going side to side, and we're going to breathe, and we're working towards the knee. We can contract by pulling our foot towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe. Relax, go a little bit deeper. So again, about 2 minutes on each side here. So yeah, if you have a coffee table or something of that nature close by, this works really great for that. So it's on an elevated surface. You can stand and just press one leg down. That way you can get all your weight on it. And we just do the same thing here, working side to side as well as flexion, extension. And we're just working through these areas. And breathe. Contract when you see fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe, relax. We're going to work all the way down towards the knee here. Got about 30 seconds left. Really good. We'll switch sides. Same thing other side. Try to get all the weight on there. And go side to side. Killing it. Keep it up. Get 2 minutes on this side. And go a little closer in frame here. So we're going to feed slack to the knee joint by loosening up all the surrounding muscles, and we're also going to feed slack to the hip joint as well, and that is going to help with the hips and then in turn the low back. So I know you have knee pain and back pain, the L1 issues, as well as ankle pain. So next day, so this is day 1, we're going to do a few stretches after this. Day 2 is going to be mostly upper body focused. We're going to work on the neck, the head, and as well as the ankles, and we'll do a few more stretches as well. So we're tackling the full body here, and the big thing is going to be consistency. So I would even recommend doing day 1 and day 2, like once a week, so 2 times a week in total, and then slowly working from there, and just notice your progression each week, your improvements, and just try to build the sustainable habit of working on your tissues to start making a change. Good. So we actually got one more with the foam roller. We're going to do a global gut smash. So we sometimes hold a lot of tension in our abdominals here. So we're going to start close to our ribs here, and we're just going to put as much tension or as much weight on this as we can handle. Just below our ribs here in our gut. And we're going to hang out and breathe. And again, about 2 minutes here, so just slowly working down towards the pelvis. And for this one, we can just breathe through our stomach and relax. And we'll slowly work up. And we can get contractions here as well by taking a deep breath in and squeezing our stomach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, aim for 5. And just breathe, take deep breaths. Relax. Good. And breathe. We'll slowly work up towards the hip. Good, deep breaths. And just as much tension as you can handle here. You shouldn't be in excruciating pain, but you should feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should feel some pressure. Good. Breathe. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Few more seconds here, about 20 seconds. Deep breath in, contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe, relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. You might know some good feelings after that, the gut smash. We're going to go right into our stretches. So we got 3 stretches, and then we're going to end with a squat hold. So we're going to go right into dragon pose. So we're going to go hands and knees. And we're going to bring our left foot to where our left hand is. And our right knee comes back. Our head is up, our chest is up. Our hands on our front foot, and the elbows to the inside of the knee here. So you're going to press on the inside of the knee with the elbow. Make sure your heel and your foot is firmly placed on the floor, and breathe. Head up, chest up, and sway side to side. Open up the hip. Get some deep breaths. And we can even think about posture here, shoulders down and back. Feel that stretch in the front hip and the back. So again, we got 2 minutes in this position as well. Let's just take some deep breaths here. And we're just holding this static stretch with a little bit of dynamic movement. We're pressing in the inside of the knee. Head is up, the chest is up. Feeling that stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. We'll switch sides. Do the same thing other side. So elbow to the inside of the knee, hand on the front foot, head up, chest up, pinch shoulder blades together if you can. And we'll get some movement in there. So these last 3 stretches are hip stretches, and they can be done with a band too as well, called banded hip distractions. So you can put a band here and attach it to a wall towards the camera, and that's going to make it a much better stretch. But I'm not sure what equipment, if you have a band, if you have access to a band, if you're doing it at home or the gym. So I'm going to send you maybe pictures separately of how to do it with a band. But for the sake of always being able to do it, I'm just going to demonstrate with no band here, side to side. A few more seconds here. Really great job. Okay, next we're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to go to the same position. It's 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, or 1 knee back rather. And we're going to bring our torso straight up. What we're going to do is make sure our back is nice and straight. We've got this deep lunge position, and we're going to squeeze the back glutes and come up to this position here. So we're going to feel that stretch in the back hip flexor. So we're going to let our hips sink forward a little more here, body straight up, nice good posture. And you should feel that stretch in the front of the back hip, and breathe. So again, 2 minutes. You know the drill. 2 minutes. Really good. Sink the hips forward. Got about a minute left. Just breathe. Sit with the discomfort. So with any stretch, we want about a 6 or 7 out of 10 of as far as how much you feel the stretch or the pain or the discomfort. The good pain. It's good pain. So we want a good, nice, moderate stretch, 6 or 7 out of 10. We don't want to be shaking or wanting to punch somebody in the face or, in excruciating pain. Good moderate stretch. We're going to hold there, and each week can slowly push that place forward to a deeper stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Same thing on the side. So we got that front foot forward. Deep lunge position. We're going to bring our torso up, squeeze the back glute, and let our hips sink forward. Feel that stretch in the front of the back hip here. We got 2 minutes. Can you close your eyes here? Just sit with the discomfort. 1.5 minutes left. Try to keep good posture. Nice 6 or 7 in a stretch out of 10 here. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Almost there. 30 seconds left. Ten. I jumped the gun. Not 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. Our last one, we're going to get internal rotation stretch of the hip here. So what you're going to do, you're going to bring one knee forward again, just on the floor like this. Okay, so we're in a tabletop position, knees underneath the hips, hand underneath the shoulders. We'll bring that one knee forward, kind of right to the mid trunk area or belly button, and we're going to turn our foot inwards and bring that back knee behind it. Okay, so give you a front view here. So our knee is right around the mid stomach, and we're folding the foot forward, and the back knee is going to come and press that knee forward. Okay, so what we're doing is working on that external rotation of the hip. So the knee's going to come forward, and we're just slowly inching that foot as far as we can forward, maintaining a straight spine, keeping the knee in the same position. Okay, and we'll breathe. So if you feel a pinch here at any point, if you feel like a pinch up your back or into your hip, okay, that means you have an impingement in your hip, and you should not do this without the band. So if you feel that, don't do it without the band, or if you do, just do not go very deep, and do it with the band when you can, and I will go over that later on. So we just got that nice 6 or 7 at a stretch, 10 stretch, and we're breathing, letting the knee come forward, the hips sink back. So this external rotation at the hip joint is required for the squat. Oftentimes, people are very restricted in this position. So we got 2 minutes here. Got about a minute left. So we're just sitting with it. Breathe. Good. And we'll switch sides. Same thing other side. So same technique, tabletop position. Bring the opposite foot up right to the mid stomach area. Start flipping that foot forward. Back knee comes behind that foot. And we got a good stretch here. But 6 or 7 out of 10, or holding for 2 minutes. Again, so if you get any nervy shocks, nerve pain shooting up through your hip/back, that is a good indication you have a hip impingement. Just means you need to use a band for this, and that's going to help combat that. I'm just going to breathe here. Slowly inch your way up. We're just holding the stretch here. About 20 seconds left. Finish strong here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. really, really good. So we're gonna end off with a squat hold. So both days we're gonna end up in a squat hold. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna go to a door frame or yeah, let's say a door frame if you're in your apartment, maybe a squat rack if you're at the gym. And if you have bands there at the gym, this would be a good time to use that. So what you can do with that is we're gonna go down to a squat position first. So we can go up on our toes. We're gonna go to a deep squat position. So feet are forward, shoulders are down and back. Squeeze the glutes. Come back all the way. And we can let our heels come up if we need to. And we're gonna go down, all the way down to this position here. Okay, so we got this deep squat position. Even if our heels are up, we're in it now. And this is the position we want to hang out in. So what we can actually do here is we can start to decompress our spine by putting it in the spinal flexion position here. So if we have a door frame or some bands that are hooked up higher, we go down to this position. Okay, so whether we're holding the door frame or we have bands up high works a little bit better because it's a little bit better with the leverage, but you can also just hold on the door frame. And we're just gonna let those hips sink back and those heels come back as well. So we're in a deep squat position here, and we're gonna just let our back round. And we're just gonna hang out here. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're actually decompressing the spine, getting into that spinal flexion, and we're gonna hang out here for 2 minutes. So whether you have the bands or you have a door frame, something to hold on in front of you, we'll just get in this position like this, okay? So you can just hang out, you can work side to side. And this is really gonna help decompress your spine. It's gonna help with your ankle mobility, hanging out in these positions. So we're gonna start with 2 minutes. So 2 minutes if you can. Take a break if you need to at any point, come up and go back down. So we wanna think feet straight, roughly around hip width apart. Okay, our knees are gonna come outwards. They're corked out like this, okay? So we got that torque at the foot, and the feet are underneath the hips roughly. Okay, so we're just hanging out here. We can sway our hips side to side. So this is the ideal squat position. So if you have bands above you as well, we got just a few more seconds here. You can also start to play around with that straight spine position. So this will be your optimal squat. So whenever your mobility increases, this is the most optimal squat, the deep squat position, nice straight spine, shoulders down and back, ready to take a volleyball serve. Okay, so we can play around from that position down to a little bit of flexion here. And we're just decompressing the spine, hanging out in this position. So this is really good. You want to spend time in this. You know, we'll start with twice a week, but even if you want to make this part of your routine, this is really going to help your spine. Everybody should be spending time in the deep squat each day. We got about 30 seconds left. So just breathe and relax. Take breaks if you need them. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, good. We'll come up. And that is for today. That is day 1. We'll see you day 2.